What up, guys? Raven fan, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you becoming a member. I appreciate everyone that subscribes and contributes and donates and whatever. Thank you so much.
I'm the Batman, and I approve this message.
So here's what's going to happen today. I'm super tired, and usually when I'm super tired, I go on rants, which is pretty much your favorite part, guys, because I don't hold back. And today might be the king of all rants. I'm pretty pissed off today. And I think it's bullshit. So when we get to 100 people in here watching, I'll start ranting. How about that? But it's not good, and I don't like what I'm seeing, and I can't hold back. Plus, I'm tired, and dude, when I'm tired, you know how it goes with me. I freak out, but people will be here shortly, and I'll be sure I'm ranting. Plus, everyone's going to share. Oh, he's about to rant, so let's all get on the train of screwing up Bill. If you guys like my stuff, dude, hit that like button. I'm going to start showing you my books because I got a shitload. Okay, I got a shitload of books today. It was pretty nuts. So I'm going to start going. We only find them when they're dead. I got the cover A, and I got the variant cover, which I liked. Okay, I can't wait to read that. I got the Horizon Zero Dawn Momoko. Yeah, I did. Look at me go. Momoko. Don't hate. I'm the only one that can hate on Momoko. Okay, so there's multiple. They're all mixed up, but I got the Black Widow #1 J. Scott Campbell. That cover's fire. Comic Joel isn't going to be here today. Broken Air Gargoyles #1. The Bell Burns cover that I like so much. I got the Yang. Hi. Oh, look at who's here. Ryan, why don't you join me? You want to join me today, Ryan? I'll send you a link, Ryan. I would love if you joined me today. That would make me feel a lot better today. I'm not feeling too hot. I'm kind of pissed off today. If you want to join me, you let me know, and I'll send you a link right now. Yang Gang. I got that for my stepson because he likes Andrew Yang, and it's a Matrix cover. I got some free comic book day stuff. The Usagi Yojimbo. The Lady Mechanica. The Naruto. I got 2 of those. You know what? Just in case. Oh, there you go, Ryan. All right. Well, I love you, dude. You know I do. Got a little man crush on you. That's what she said. I don't know if I can do my rant with you in here, though. Probably save it for another time. We like to see what you're doing. Okay, I sent the invite. Ryan, if you want to come, that's cool. That would be super dope. Okay. My fans will love it. Ninjas and Robots. I got the... Is this the variant? See, they keep coming in, the other ones. I love that cover. And that cover, too. These are some older books. Batman The Adventures Continue #4 variant. Batman 98. Everyone loves that. Sick. Some more Black Widow. This cover. And the J. Scott Campbell variant again. Dude, I got so many books, dude. It's not even funny. Like, it's... I traded some exclusives, though. And I got credit, so I did good today. Swordmaster #10, the homage. So tired right now, dude. I couldn't sleep all night. My mind was racing over some bullshit. Venom 27, second printing. Dude, that Thor in the background's dope. So the black and white Batman 92. I did not get it. So I hope you guys did. I really wanted that book, but I didn't get it. And I didn't get the Captain Marvel or Miles Morales party variant either. Those were both gone. Captain Marvel 18, second printing. I just pretty much got what was on my pull list, Dash. Conspiracy. I got the cover A and B, I think, or the other way around. I got Lonely Receiver. I got Scooby-Doo. Such a psychopath, dude. I got so many books. Well, 200 is about the cost. I got Vampirella. Prio cover. Here's your competition, Ryan. This is your competition in my mind. It's you and Lucio. You're still my favorite, but I love your guys' stuff so much. When I get to 100 people in here, I will talk about it. Don't worry about that. Batman the Adventures continues. Regular cover. We're getting there, Pete. I got Batman 98 regular cover. I thought I ordered more of these, but I only got one. The Juice cover, Bitterroot. Firepower number 3. God, there's a lot of books today. What you were talking about, Pete, is Grendel, Kentucky. I got that cover. And I got that cover. I finally got my homage cover that kept pushing over and over and over and over again. There it is. And I told you about this cover. I don't know. I think Miles Morales 18 is hot right now. This was my favorite cover. I pre-ordered them. The Raza Baby Miles Morales number 18 cover. Got 3 of those. In case you're wondering who Ryan Brown was in the chat, he's the guy that did this. I can't wait till you guys see his Death Metal 4, guys. Oh my God. Okay, so in regard to ratios, I'm very happy I got this. Black Widow number 1. The Perel, I think, or Bartel. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I love that cover. I also got Batman 98, 1 in 25. I don't know how many of you got this, but this was at your store. The Marvel Zombies Resurrection. This one was $8. And these are the nice ones, dude. These are some of the best Prios. I'm so excited about the 1 in 50. And this 1 in 50. I love that. Dude, God. Prio's something else, man. So is Carla Cohen, actually. She's just as good, I think. I also got these. Infinity Part 4 of 6. This is damaged, but I want to look inside because it has to do with Thane, who was the, I believe, the guy on Thor 6 cover. So he does the Terrigen bomb. Terrigen's the stuff that turns people into mutants. They're like in the TV show. I'm trying to find something here. Yeah, I don't see anything in here really about him, but I bought it anyway. I also got these. These are pickups that I picked up just because I like them. Teen Titans number 13. This was a pure cover buy. They're all stacked up like a Christmas tree. I got All-Star Western Pow Wow Smith number 1. This one's in rough shape, but I was really happy to get it. That's Green Lantern, Green Arrow number 89. Classic Neil Adams, like crucifixion cover. And I got another Hawkman 20, the first appearance of Lion Mane. So those are my like wall picks. There was some other stuff on the wall. I just wasn't looking on. I spent enough already today. And for those who was watching or wondering, they gave me my Batman cards. So as you can tell, yeah, I'm tired. Ryan, we want to see what you're painting, bro. We want you to show us painting. I don't care. Look, I love these guys. Okay. I don't care. I want to see you painting. I want to see the canvas. Oh shit. We'll see if he lets us see. Ryan Brown. Hi,
Hello.
brother. I love
Hello.
you, man. Thanks for coming on.
No problem. No problem. anything to get away from working.
Well, now we want to see what you're working on, though.
You're not allowed
to. Is there anything you can show us?
My hands.
I don't see any paint.
I'll show you. Look, I've got some of these things, paints and things, and I've got some wet paint brushes, like paint brushes. And what else can I show you? There's some paint there. Let's see, golden. That's a good make of paint, you know.
That is a good make.
Yeah. And yeah, because it really makes a big difference, you know, if you get good paints. Sometimes certain colors and things, you know, it's all about pigment. And if you get the right sort of,
it's all about what?
The pigment in paints. You need to get really good, you know, like this is a good one as well. Yeah. Liquitex. And see if you
I like
this is
totally,
so exciting, isn't it?
I just love listening. I love talking to you, man, because our sense of humor is very similar. I'll put those on my nipples. Run around the house with those on my nipple.
See if you put your finger up to the thing, I could psychically paint your finger there. See. I don't want to put too much because it's expensive, you know. What's it taste like?
It tastes like an orange.
Yeah, well, that's quite true. Yeah, and you've got all this type of stuff. It's like liquid paints and stuff as well. See,
that looks like my ink stuff.
I got so many paints.
Ricky's asking, are you doing they scheduled you for any Thor?
Thor? Nope. No, not at the minute. I've did a couple of DC covers recently that haven't come out yet.
I can't wait.
I've got some Marvel covers scheduled, but I don't think I can even say what they are. It's like a whole.
I can say, but we can't show it, right?
You can say, can you? I don't know. Well, no, I haven't got them done yet, so that's why you can't show it.
the one you did, though, I can say, but we can't show, right? I've already told everybody you're done metal.
Oh, right, those, yeah. Well,
I've been telling everybody.
Fine. Yeah, but I'm talking about the Marvel stuff coming up. You know, it's kind of, I haven't even started it. You know, so it's kind of I work like 2 or 3 ahead, and then all the stuff after that is like just. You just keep going, do one, do another one, do another one, do another one. And at the minute, I've got some. I want to like like say what I've got to do at the minute. I just want to say what like my project. Well, not my project. It's something I can't even say what it is. I can't even say like but it's something to do with like Marvel or DC. But I can't really say what it is. But it's really good. And do you know what it is? Do you know what it is?
I don't know what your Marvel stuff. I mean, I know you did the medals.
All right, so you don't know what I'm working on, like other than covers? Yeah.
Oh, you're doing interiors finally?
No, I'm not saying what I'm doing, but I'm doing something other than covers, like a Marvel or DC.
Well, that'd be great if you're doing interiors. I mean, whether you can't say or not, if you do interiors, that's just the next step. If you get a whole book, But I mean,
can't say what it is. Can't tell you.
I told you before. I'm not kissing your ass. I think you're my favorite artist. Like, I don't care what other people say. I know you think
all those free comics are in the post.
Oh yeah, I mean,
thank you. No, but it's good. I'm like, what artists usually do are they're like self-deprecating, so we all kind of hate ourselves and hate our own art.
Yeah, you all hate your own stuff.
Yeah, and when people like it, then it's it's nice, like it's nice. But I never believe anybody anyway. I just sort of whenever it's like when somebody censors like some curse words or something, it's like somebody says, "Oh, I really your artwork," so I never hear the good bits. All I hear is. I really hate. It's just all this hates and stuff.
You showed me I've seen it, but your medals and like, I gotta say, like your Batman Who Laughs, and they'll see it eventually.
Yeah.
Is the best one I've ever seen. Like, and dude, there are so many artists that have done it, and they've all been good.
Yeah.
Yours just pulls me straight in. I'm like, oh my god, look at that! And I'm like looking at that. I'm like, oh my god, wow! And to imagine that it's all paint.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of detail in it too, in the outfit and stuff like that. I can't wait till you guys see these guys. Some people say, "Oh, you're always pumping up, comics elite books," and say, "Hey, if it's a hot cover and it's comics, I don't care who it is. I'm gonna say it."
Oh yeah.
It so happens to be them, but it is the best, and I can't wait. Charles Ross Bruce wants to know, and I'm sure you can't answer this, but will you be doing a null? You did do the codex.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Yeah. Oh, I haven't even seen that in print yet, so I don't know. I haven't got my comp copies. So.
Do you want to see the trade too, or just this?
No, that's all right. That's good enough. They're a wee bit different, aren't they? They're a wee bit different.
Well, I remember when you were initially doing the trade, from what I remember from the underground talks, you had the hand ripping through the venom, right?
Oh yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
You had it but they wouldn't allow that, right?
No.
It was really cool.
I know.
But
it's just one of those things. It's kind of things you've got ideas, and then they kind of change a wee bit as we're going on. So kind of it's just business, isn't it? Like it's the way things go. Sometimes
you got to do what they say. But I mean, I think it's great. I mean, let me ask you this: have you done any like ratio variants yet, like 1 in 25s for Marvel yet?
Yeah.
Which one?
God, loads of them.
What?
I did like I can't remember what the the Scream cover. I did a Scream cover. I don't know what that was. That was maybe a 125 or one.
The newer one, the Scream, the Absolute Carnage screen.
Yeah, that was a ratio. I think nearly everything I did for Marvel, except for the Morbius stuff, has been ratio stuff. What else? Doctor Doom, I think. Was that not a ratio?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Here, I'll share the.
You know what? I am completely lost because, like, I've did so many covers, I just can't remember.
That's the Scream, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
Now, what was that? Was that a 1 in 25 or was that?
Yeah, I think so. It said 1 in 25 when I searched it. Let me double check.
Yeah, there you go. And then what about the What else was there?
You said Doom?
Oh, Doctor Doom. Yeah, there was like a, you know, that
You did the
there's a couple.
Ravencroft, right? Oh, what's this?
I did Ravencroft. Yes, right. Uh-huh. But
Let's see.
there were two Doctor Doom ones. There was like a there was that no the one oh wait a minute.
You
I
did
see it
this
somewhere
Weapon
in that.
Plus one. That was one of my favorites. Is that was you?
No, that's not mine. No,
It's not
somebody
you.
else.
Is this the dude?
Nope, that's not me either.
Yeah.
Where's
Why?
Doctor Doom? He's
Well,
somewhere
oh,
in there.
this is you. This is you.
That's
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
That Ravencroft is fire too. I remember that.
Oh, thank
That
you.
was gorgeous.
There, I've seen the Doctor
this
Doom
is you.
somewhere floating about there. It was somewhere floating about on that. If you scroll up and down a bit, there was definitely. There it is.
Yeah. This?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that was amazing too.
I can't remember what is that, a woman?
That was the Immortal. That was the wraparound variant.
All right. Okay.
This
Okay.
this one that you did was just so clean, man. I love the
Oh,
colors.
that one.
You,
Yeah.
you hate this one, right?
Oh no, I don't. I don't hate it. I don't
I
hate
thought
it.
you said you
See,
hated it.
do you
What
know
do you
the thing
think? What
is?
do you think about this?
I think it's good. It's got a style to it. It's totally different. You know, it's unique and kind of creepy-ish and interesting. Yeah. There's so many styles of art. You know,
It's anime.
yeah, but there's so many styles. It's kind of,
That Silver
you
Surfer.
know, it's like one day you want a hamburger, one day you want like a pizza, and one day you want a, I don't know, like a dead monkey or something.
Did you say
You know,
monkey?
it really depends what you're in the mood for, you know, that day or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what?
yeah. I remember that day I wanted a monkey. It was a weird day.
Yes. I want a monkey. I want a monkey.
You want a monkey?
Yeah.
Uh,
You know, like in Indiana Jones where the like eat its brain.
monkey brain.
Yeah.
I got to be careful the way I say that. Getting a lot of trouble lately. I've been getting in trouble, which I wanted to talk about. Question: this one.
Yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah.
So, that one. So this one I saw on you posted this on Facebook the other day.
Oh,
or something?
Instagram.
Do you still own that piece?
No, it's well sold. Yeah.
So is it in your house or?
No, it's sold. It's sold. It's gone.
So you were just dude. How big was that piece? Because in the picture it looked huge.
It's about, you know,
Is it
roughly 11 by 17 ish.
So it's the A3 or whatever.
Like yeah, roughly around about that sort of. Yeah. About that. Yeah.
So, dude, I saw it and I was like, wow. It's so amazing to see it painted. Like a lot of people, I mean, most stuff is all digital. I know that everyone goes through at the end and digitally touches up things, but to see it
see, that's the thing, you know, that's it's people are already seeing the artwork. They've already seen it. It's just because they see the messy border of it and stuff, you know, that they kind of go, it's kind of weird, that, isn't it? It's weird. It's like,
what, did I like painted?
No, not that you like painted. It's because you're already seeing the original. You've seen it, like it's on the cover and stuff, and it's kind of you know, it's a better quality image. That was only a photograph of it while it was on like a artist sort of table thing. But it's kind of, people put it whenever they see like it without the border and without it all cleaned up and stuff, you know, they kind of go, oh right, it's painted or whatever. Because I remember whenever I first put up a whole pile of sketches I did, like all the zombie sketches and stuff. I was doing all those because people were saying, oh, you only do it digitally, you know. And I sort of thought to myself, well, I mean, you're painting it digitally. I know there's a lot of you can use a lot of tricks and stuff, but you know, the way I work is it's very, very similar with the acrylic paint in comparison to the digital stuff. You know, I put it on in light washes over the stuff, you know, and I would use like mediums and things. I'll show you some of the mediums for anybody interested in paint. Like that stuff, Liquitex, you know, like the slow drying medium, you know.
Is that stuff that you can sniff and you get like super buzzed?
Let me check and see.
Oh god. I can't handle it right now. I'm like on the border of past.
No, there's no smell of it.
Oh god.
There's none of it. It's just bland.
Oh god, it's so damn funny, dude. Oh, I'm so tired, man. I'm so tired. We've had plenty of discussions on the side, like on Facebook and stuff, and we've talked about certain things. But last night I was up all night.
Oh god.
I don't really want to bring you into this, but I might as well talk about it.
Yeah, go for it.
There was a post on, which is unfortunate, CBSI.
Yeah.
They're asking about speculators. What's a good speculator channel? And people were saying names, and my channel came up, and this dude straight up, he said, "No, dude, that dude's a racist." He called me a racist.
What?
And it just turned into this whole negative post. And dude, I'm on CBSI. I see this stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was furious. I couldn't sleep.
It's kind of weird because I think there's, there are, a small number of people on the internet that do throw terms around an awful lot, and very, very easily, and the internet is a place where people can kind of attack other people, and it's not hard for them to do it. It's kind of, the internet warrior type thing,
Well, yeah, keyboard warrior. I mean,
yeah.
and I get it, like at the same token, on the same hand, I do things that can be considered controversial, but I look at it as like the way when I'm doing things, like when I'm the Jamaican Batman, like when I put the Batman hat on, my voice turns to Jamaican. I don't know why. I'm not trying to be racist. And it's just I picture him. Hey, man, I'm the Batman. Powerful, funny voice. And then I did this thing where I was Senor Infermo, and that's what they were talking about. And I'm part Latino. I'm Latino, so I was doing like, hey man, and I had my little thing on, and I go into character.
Of course.
I do skits. Like if you're watching the Chappelle Show or something, I mean, by means, I'm not even close to that. But or Strong, I love them for their skits.
Yeah.
But they don't call them racist, but they call me. I don't know if it's because I'm white or whatever. I don't know. It's very frustrating, though.
I think it's very annoying. It's annoying. Okay, there are genuinely people out there that are actually very racist. All sort of levels of racist, but
so here I got okay. So Nick Goltra, Nick Goltra, I'm not calling you out. It was on Nick Goltra's post. He's the one that asked who is a good speculation channel to watch, and it's not his fault. But there are people in there that attack. You know what I mean? And I have nothing against you, Nick. And by all means, you're looking for a good channel. I don't think you knew who I was until yesterday. Hopefully, I appreciate it. But you guys can go watch the video. And some people said, "Hey, man, you're being racist," and then I had to tell them, "Look, I'm Mexican. I can't. I'm not really. I'm not. It's a skit. It's fun. And I like to be crazy and let that out because if I don't let that out, dude, who knows what I don't even know." So I just want to talk about it because this stuff is on a pretty major Facebook page. CBSI is a pretty big group, and I would think that they would moderate it a little bit better. It has nothing to do with Nick. He was just asking him, Nick, nothing against you, man. I have nothing against you. I commented in there. I said,
it's sort of the problem is sometimes, well, people don't know everybody. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's comments sort of made by different people or whatever, and kind of the problem is people don't see the context of comments sometimes as well. So they see one little piece or a clip of something or whatever, and they kind of jump to a kind of a conclusion, and it's,
Yeah, I didn't even see anything. They just said it.
it's kind of, it's sort of
No, I know what you mean though, and I guess
awkward.
I guess in this world today, I have to put disclaimers, and
Yeah.
like it's just look. I'm 40-some years old, Ryan. I mean,
Mm.
dude, I'm born from a different time where where you're first or you're last. There's no second, third, fourth places, and everyone wins. And it's not easy for people. And I know this is to you don't have to get into this conversation, but there's a big movement of like you have to do this, and then you got political stuff going on, and it's this and that.
Look,
dude,
I know what you're talking about. I am completely non-political, right?
I don't want to be like like honestly, like if look, I'm not going to get political, but like let's just say Trump doesn't win, okay? That's fine. I don't care. I would be happy for that one reason only, that I don't have to watch it on the news for every day for the last 4 years, because we're going to have another 4 years of it if it's keep going.
Yeah.
I want to see news. I want to see there's a hurricane or like something bad, whatever. Yeah, Pete Martinez, I'm half. The problem is my Sicilian half comes through. I look more Italian, so I'm part Mexican, dude. I'm a good mix of everything, but
no. I come from Northern Ireland, and the thing about it, it's politics over here, and a lot of politics, and I'm just sort of, it's like it just sickens you, and I've seen sort of situations where politics have basically caused big problems even in people's own families and stuff, and I think as long as people are not harming anybody else, and and then they should be allowed to do whatever they want to do, as long as they're not, affecting anybody in a negative way, then that's totally fine.
Yeah, if I do something weird and someone says something, I'll try to like clarify, hey, it's just a joke, or it's nothing racist or whatever. It's just look, everywhere I turn, bro, it's like let's attack economics and comics, and I'm like, okay, I guess that's good. Negative talk is good too, right? But
the thing about it is it's a bit like artists as well, or writers, anybody that kind of is in a bit of media, or sort of puts their head above the parapet sort of thing, they're there for people to take shots at in a way, and they're easy targets really, and if you look at it, even in like school yards and stuff, people pick targets, they just people pick targets, and it's always going to be like that, and Facebook and Instagram mostly, they're or people are all mostly nice to you and stuff, and say like nice comments and stuff, but you get the odd sort of person that's sort of fairly negative or whatever, but I mean, that's just what it is, it's you can't not everybody's going to love what you do, and
I understand.
It's just a part of it. It's just a part of the whole thing.
I understand that, and I think the bigger the channel gets or whatever, it's just going to get more and more worse. I just have a problem. I've always had a problem. Everyone knows this that watches me for 2 years. I'm sensitive to that. Like I just like look, because I put everything I have in this channel, and it's look, you can hate me because I do speculation for the people, or you can hate me because I do something silly. But it's just, it bugs the shit out of me, and I'm the type of guy that can't sleep when shit like that happens. Like I do,
people do that with me with art and stuff, and I kind of look at it. It really sort of gets me, and I look at the comment and think, shit, real, is that true? Is does it? Is this wrong? Is that wrong? Or whatever? And other people say, oh, you'll never be as good as this person or that person. And at the beginning, it really kind of
it's a driving force.
But then it is a sort of, it is, as you're saying, like a driving force, and it makes you want to try and make yourself better, So, I mean, people are always going to judge you, I mean, you're maybe just not seeing it, maybe people are walking past and saying, look at his stupid hat there. Look at his hat. No, I'm doing it. Look. And now you're gonna go off and go, why did I get that guy on here?
No,
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 but
I'll
but
have you any day you want, man.
but you know what I mean. They'll say like stuff, but you're seeing it because it's lasting on the internet. That like a comment lasts, it sits there for years
Yeah,
or whatever.
like
And
that's the most important thing to me about the whole thing is that if they're a pretty big site. I mean, I was looking. I guess they have about 10,000 members. I was pretty surprised because I'm pretty close to that, and subs already. I'm like, wow, I'm not far from CBSI. But I would think that if there's moderators and stuff that they watch stuff like that, because it's like danger. Whether you believe I am or not, it's stuff that should be pulled. It's like dangerous talk. It's defamation of something or like that, and that happens all the time. And Facebook's usually pretty good about it. But when there's a group like that, and, that stuff spreads fast on sites on those things.
I've seen people. Well, I've heard stories about people and stuff that have, it's affected their career and things, for, comments made and things. So it's kind of, words can have an effect, and it's bad stuff, like, but it's kind of the age we're living in where it's all, everything's social media and things, and people have opinions and unfortunately, if you get a bad one, sort of attacking you or whatever, it's,
Yeah, times are definitely changing, man. I mean, there's no doubt. Things are different, and I understand the movements and all that stuff like that. But like for a guy like me, I grew up in a different time. It has nothing to do with race or anything like that. It's just comedy was comedy, and it didn't matter what was really said. I mean, some things were sensitive, but it was funny. And like, everything's so damn delicate nowadays that it's frustrating. I know most of my subscribers are in my age group or are. I'm not sure how old you are, Ryan. I'm thinking late.
Me? 30s? What do you think?
30 something?
Older.
So you're in your 40s?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, I mean, how old? Dude, I don't even believe you. The face you make. You're like, I'm 26. It's hard in Ireland.
I'm 44. I only really figured that out this year because somebody worked it out for me. Because at a certain point, I ignored numbers,
Well, they don't have calendars in Ireland, right? It's like
that's right.
Sun, right? You have a little sundial.
That's what it is. Yes.
Oh,
it's a potato. They cut it in half and then they put the things in it.
The 7th sheep died last year. It means I'm 23 years old.
500 potato years.
See, that's what I'm saying. We can joke about stuff like that, and it's innocent. I mean, but other people can take it and go, "Oh, you're racist towards Irish," or.
Well, I insult myself more than anybody else would insult myself. So it's kind of it'd be hard.
So, I gotta ask, and I really appreciate you coming on, and we're talking about you just hanging out and stuff and doing something and whatever. But what did you sell the Metal 4 yet?
The what one?
The Metal 4.
What one's that?
Batman Who Laughs.
Oh, that one. Yep, go on. God damn. Nearly everything is gone. Nearly everything is away. Yeah.
I wanted it so bad. I mean, it's so expensive. I mean, maybe to you it's not, and I understand your credit. But you would say you could do like maybe a headpiece.
Oh yeah,
that's a lot cheaper than a full body.
Yeah. Well, I usually wouldn't do it for I because of time and stuff. I don't really.
You don't have.
I do commissions and stuff. I've only got like one commission I'm doing at the minute, and I usually don't take commissions on because I've got so many covers and things to do. But I will do something for you at some point. But I usually don't
because I want to put it right there.
Oh yeah. That means your head's going to cover it.
No. See,
is that why you're putting it? Oh, right. I thought you were going to say like right. Just put it right here.
I'm gonna put it
like
right
your head's in front.
here.
Aye, that's it. Yes.
Well, I had
fantastic.
my
Thank
David
you.
Mack up for a long time there, but
Oh yeah, yeah, that's good.
I have these other things that I want to move around and kind of show. But
Yeah.
I love your stuff, and I don't know what exactly I want to do yet, but
Yeah, no, we'll get something.
Something's got to happen. Are you going to show us something? Is there anything you can show us?
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on.
Like a painting.
There's like another. Oh, right. I thought you said paint.
Not your lube.
I've nothing here. No, I've got a painting that I'm working on, and I can't show you. I just can't show you, unfortunately. I don't know what I've got lying about. No, it's all boring. No, it's all falling about. Yeah, I'm working on a painting at the minute, but I can't show you because it's not even finished. And I don't like showing people paintings that are not finished because they look terrible.
Just wanted to wear maybe a perm. Have you ever shaved your head completely?
No, I'm afraid what would be under there.
There's nothing. It's great.
No, but I'm afraid, like, because there's like probably all these big scars and stuff. I'll probably look like the Kurgan, because like loads of
what are
like
all the scars from? Don't you want to see what's under there?
fights from years ago when I was like younger. And
Were you a knuckle boxer or whatever, like Brad Pitt?
No, God, no. But it's Belfast. It was kind of crazy. It was nuts.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that time. So you were a fighter, huh?
No, God, no. But there was
you were the prey.
There was lots of occasions. I'll just say, there were a lot of occasions, and like Belfast used to be crazy at a point. It was nuts, but it's all it's better now.
So
I'm very, I'm very diplomatic on what I'm saying, aren't I? It's like I'm not even like every single thing.
Give away anything.
See, everything that you're asking me, like about covers or what I'm working on, I've give you like a diplomatic answer, and about the fights and stuff, and about the the politics and the everything.
You're deflecting.
I will show you something I've got. I bought this. I collect weapons.
Oh shit!
See, like,
is that a giant scissor?
I almost stuck it in my head.
Look at that.
trying to show you that I almost stuck it in my head.
So is that like that's a newer thing, right?
No, that's an old. That's a medieval, like a knight would have carried that.
That's a cool handle.
It's called a rondel dagger, and medieval knights carried it because it like was for piercing through armor. It's really thick, like a real thick blade on the thing. And see, if you saw like the Batman, the dark metal or the
metal
death
cover,
metal one, he had one of those on his side, So what I tried to do with that guy was like give him loads of sort of authentic armor and also sort of authentic weapons and stuff, So, but
oh, by the way, I gotta show this. Oh yeah.
what one was that?
The new one, isn't it?
Oh, that? Yeah.
Which is the one you did the metal? Let me see, Ryan Brown metal. I love the way you work with light, man. I
keep messing about. I keep kind of trying. Because here's the thing. See, if you're doing a pose of a character, if it's just a pose, you need to add on layers of interest. So movement, you have to have some movement in the pose, or if you don't have movement in the pose, you have to have implied movement, and also the lighting adds another kind of level of sort of
the shadowing
interest to it.
Movement, yeah.
It's all about believability in it. It's like, you can make something where it looks sort of like it's there. Like that one that you're pointing on. See that? Yeah, no, that one, or over to the right. That one there, yeah.
The Marvel Comics 1000.
Yeah, Marvel 1000. So like all the light, the shadows hitting certain spots and things, and Iron Man
So
underneath the Hulk's arm, and
the background with all the comic covers, was that just digitally put in?
yeah. That was all just digital. Mhm.
That Abomination is fire, dude.
Yeah, thank you. He was good because, like, even he's not very realistic because his fist is bigger than the
Well,
fist
that's
that's
comic.
holding the Hulk. It's like, but you're selling the story again.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to kind of sell that image. So you
It's
can see
awesome.
the Hulk's legs in the back. They're like kind of, you know, flung
Yeah.
into the air. He's been smashed into the ground. I like to try and fit or not fit the image into the whole character into the image, because it sort of makes it a wee bit less interesting, I think. When things are flailing out of the screen, it
Yeah,
sort of
more like you're
adds.
zoomed in on the action.
Yeah. It's like movement, isn't it? There's things going on just out of view. And like when you see that Joker one, you've got characters just out of view, but you've got the hint of them. So it's like you want to look past the edge of the picture and see what's going on the other side of it. And then lighting again, it's kind of like uplighting to kind of make it more kind of evil and dramatic sort of look.
Yeah, like there's a little fire or something underneath, just lighting them up. This
And
one's
then warm and cool colors and stuff, your contrast and all that. And yeah, I wanted him really creepy looking, Galactus in the background.
yeah,
Sort of like he's he's uplit again, real creepy looking, and it's like this evil just face. It's like terrifying, gigantic thing just about to grab you, sort of thing.
Mhm.
He's just like
This is
flying
just
about the place.
one of my
Yeah.
favorites.
I like doing the Joker. I want to do more Joker stuff.
Well, you're
But
doing the best, man. I mean, there's no
thank you.
doubt.
I want to, because he's like, I put a different suit on him there and like a different sort of outfit, and I put those contacts in his eyes and stuff, and I just wanted them like a wee bit different to the normal sort of Joker sort of look.
No, when I see him, I love him.
Yeah, I want to do more of that. Oh, that's me with my corn cob pipe. I used to bring those to conventions, and we would all go out drinking and stuff, and I'd have to buy a new one every year because we'd lose it, or give it away to somebody. It's terrible.
Is that you?
Yeah, it's mine as well.
Yeah, man, that's dark.
Bloody. Yeah, see, I like all the dark, creepy stuff.
Yeah,
my thing.
It's really good. I remember this one too. Was good.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Michael Jackson, that Wolverine.
I know. I did. I put him in like a weird pose. He's like, it's like he's coming out of the grave, or he's whatever, and he's completely like certain parts of him are not working anymore. So he's like, you ever see those really like the brilliant 80s zombie films, and there's like a zombie and he's walking along like this sort of thing,
Like he's dragging his feet. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a really crap kind of pose, but he's just wobbling about the place, and I was kind of going for that,
This one's interesting.
Yeah, that was one from years ago.
That's pretty good too.
Yeah, I kind of takes me a couple of times. Sometimes I think to kind of get a character, and that was my first go with the Joker. So
I think you've advanced to where it needs to be. I think personally. I mean,
yeah.
I can tell that was one of your first. I mean, it's still really good, but I think there's a definite. You've definitely went a step further.
Oh, with the next one, there's a Lady Death.
Yeah, with that one. Oh, you have a lady. Where's the Lady Death?
Left, up. There you go. Up.
Oh, I remember this. That one was.
Oh,
great.
that's another one.
Yeah, this one's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, thank you. See those ghosts and stuff. I kind of give them rib cages and kind of bits of like bone and things inside the ghostly sort of shape. As if the ghosts are kind of falling apart as well. And all the pumpkins, Halloween sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think you need to do more women. You don't It doesn't. To me, I'm not 100% sure, but you don't do many. I don't think you did the She-Hulk. She-Hulk. You did this. You've got a nice little shape on the body. That I mean, well, of course, Lady Death's got to be the sexiest.
There's a black cat painting I did. If you type in black cat, or if you go on my Instagram, you can see it all there.
Oh, hang on. We might have a. Hello?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. This is Anna. I'm calling about medication. Do you need any medication?
Yes. Do you have any Viagra?
Yes, I have.
Does it make it nice and big?
Yeah.
How big?
Yes.
Yeah. How big? How big will it make me?
You can see that. When are you going to use it?
When am I going to use it?
I
As
don't know.
soon as I get it.
Mhm.
I'm going to take 2. Is 2 too many?
Yeah.
Are you falling asleep? Ah, that was great. Wasn't it?
Oh God!
I wish it sounded like she yawned. I really didn't want her to yawn.
Just didn't. Yeah.
She's
I
like,
hate people selling me stuff.
I hate the medical ones.
Hate it. Oh, I've never had medical ones before. Well, we don't get that sort of thing over here.
They were like, we can get you anything you want. So I always ask for Viagra.
My God. It's bizarre,
I've had them on the phone for hours too. I love when they call. I don't know why I can't. Let me do this.
Why don't you sell them something? Why don't you try and sell them
should I sell them
comics or whatever? Yeah. Why don't you try and sell them stuff, or why don't you try and swap them? Say, would you like do a swap? You know?
Oh my God!
That's not mine. That's somebody else's.
I know whose it is. It's Sun Kaminaki. Do you like her?
Oh, it is very good. Yeah, I like it.
I know. I have a secret for you, man. You want to know a secret? And you probably don't.
Okay, hold on. Is it just for us?
No, it's for you. I have a secret.
All right, hold on. Do you get closer because I don't want anybody else here?
Okay, ready? Ready? She likes you. Did you hear that? Sun Kaminaki has a. She likes you. She told me. Do you need some Viagra?
No. I'm happily married, happily married people.
I know you are. That's my secret. All right,
that's the secret.
Let's take a look. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Was that?
That's not piano. No, that was.
Oh, you?
Yeah.
That was just like a thing because he passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the painting I was talking about. Look at that.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That is so fire. Yeah. I want that on my wall so bad. So someone else has it on the wall. I don't want a print. I want the original.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, I know it is. Damn it.
I'm sure they'd probably sell it for a bit more.
Yeah, I bet. This is a cool little thing with all your little pictures on there. Oh yeah, Wonder Woman. By far my favorite cover from last year, I think.
Was really?
Deceased Wonder Woman. I loved it. Oh my God.
I mean,
I like the Harley too. The Harley's great. That cover was incredible.
Yeah. I like doing that one actually. I liked it because there was like 2 versions. One where his eye, basically she had scratched him and his eye had turned towards the viewer, sort of thing.
Yeah, and
like a bit of blood dripping out of his nose and stuff.
I saw this one recently too, and I love the detail you put in the thing, man.
Yeah. See, the unfortunate thing is the bottom part of his leg coming out of the bubble, like that.
Yeah.
Force field. So the text covered that, and then you didn't really see.
Yeah, it's hard to notice even here. I didn't even realize till now.
I know.
But it's really detailed. Love it. Let's see. What are we looking for? Oh my gosh. Is this you?
Oh, that's mine as well. Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
That was Judge Dredd. That was only a print I did. It was like one of the sample. That was a sample thing I did to get work for 2018. Can't remember what. Well, there's probably a date on it. 2000.
When they saw that, they freak out. They're like, oh, we have to have you.
No.
They're crazy.
I had to do
Oh
maybe
my
about
God.
7 illustrations before I got a job with them. But yeah,
This
that was
is
for
incredible.
that was for Creepy Comics for Dark Horse.
That is so incredible, man.
Thank you.
I mean, everything's incredible, but then you see the people in the back are so clear.
Yeah.
And
the bed's lifted off the ground.
Yeah.
You can see the
crosses
shadows. It's
backward.
and do you see the guy in the background in the
in the closet,
in the doorway?
Holy shit, that's scary.
Like he's doing this with his hands.
Wait, I can't
And
see.
his fingers are gigantic, really ridiculously long, because I wanted to do like in the old like horror films, where the prosthetics look ridiculous, they don't look real. So I wanted him looking like he was doing this. He's like the devil in the background. He's making that kid kind of levitate, and and
Yeah,
the kid's like,
it's hard to see for the people watching, but I can see it real well.
And the kid is he's got a bit of a smile on his face, so it's even creepier. He's and even his fingers are all bending backwards and stuff as well. It's
yeah, it's
I like
freaky.
horror.
Look, he's even got the wallpaper you have.
Yeah. I wish I had that wallpaper.
Oh, here's one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was for a guy called Frank Forte that works for Heavy Metal magazine. He does a lot of independent stuff. He wanted like a woman and some big monstery type guy thing. So, yeah.
I did that thing with Mark McCann. He's really fun to talk to as well.
Yeah.
This is like the beginning of it.
I think that's probably a wee video or something. I don't know. It's probably of me saying stuff or something. I don't know. It's Instagram, It's.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that! I never saw that one.
Oh, you haven't seen that one, Bullseye? Yeah. They wanted like a steampunk sort of Bullseye.
Yeah, I like it.
But I hate steampunk, so I kind of made him as least steampunk as possible. I just don't like all the steampunk stuff myself.
Oh, here's one.
Oh yeah, that was a ratio as well.
I remember that.
1 in 50 or something. I don't know. And there's another lady death there, one just beside it. That was for a graphic novel.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea with that one, see if you look at that picture, they're all standing. She's standing on a tomb in a graveyard, and the graveyard goes back into the distance, and it's almost like they're all her fans. She's like on stage, and they're all her fans, and all the zombies, if you look at them all beside her, one of them's like leaning his head against, her leg. Is like a fat, like idolizing her, and the other one's like trying to reach up at her, and the other one, they're all like loving it. They're all like teenage fans sort of ideas, And then you got this cool guy with his hair blowing in the wind, and all those other little zombies in the background watching her as well. It's like, I wanted it, but see, if you don't explain it, sometimes people don't get the fact that it looks like a band, like a stage, a concert sort of thing, So, yeah. Just want to do it for a bit of fun,
What's this one?
Oh, that was like for an independent thing called Crucifix Executioner. I had to see when they asked me. It was ages ago, and I heard the name of the comic, and I just had to do it. Crucifix Executioner, and there's all the heads that he set on that wall. They're all like all these severed heads, and he's cut a nose off some guy. And like, I looked up like severed heads so that it would get the sort of expressions kind of right, on them. Yeah. And he's like sitting there all exhausted looking, he's like really moody and like an album cover or something,
How many times have you seen Exorcist?
I don't know, lots. I just like horror, kind of.
Yeah.
There's
That movie,
mushroom.
yeah, that always.
See if you go up there, go onto that thing. No, there's a sketch you can see if you go over to the left. Yeah, left. There's the Mandalorian thing up there. There you go. Press that. It's a wee video. You can. This is a sketch I did for somebody.
Damn, that looks so realistic, man.
These were like sketches, probably, you know, about 5 hours or whatever. That was when I had time, you know. I don't have time anymore. So it's kind of unfortunate. But that's just acrylic. And that was before I started doing everything on board. You know, it was like that was on like a sketch pad sort of paper.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But that's just acrylic and then pencils all over it, you know, like colored pencil stuff. And
That's amazing, man.
you know, thank you. But I don't really spend a lot of time on those things, so kind of that's my happy. Merry Christmas. That's me as a mushroom.
Yeah, I see that.
That's a sketch. See over there to the left, you can see that's my wife, and that shows you the bottom left, like the process I go through. That was a digital painting, so it kind of shows you how I digitally paint stuff, like get a rough outline idea and then start like shading over the thing, you know. So as I was saying, it's exactly the same as I would do that for acrylic paint, you know.
Yeah, I've seen some of your roughs before. I'm like, oh my god, and then I see the final product. I'm like, wow, it's like some of the rough ideas I've seen them because I get it.
Like shit, doesn't it? The rough is bad.
Is this you in like 50
That's
years?
another sketch. Yeah. Yeah. I hope it look as good as that. But that was another sketch I did again whenever I had time. I was doing these sketches. I was going to do loads of zombie sketches and things, but maybe did about 4 or 5 of them, and then that was me. I just kind of got swamped with cover stuff and everything. So, but I liked that because it was like nice and free and relaxing. You know, you could just do a sketch with a bit of acrylic and a bit of, you know, some colored pencils and things and the odd marker or whatever, and you didn't really care too much about it. There wasn't really much stress, you know. And it's whenever you're doing covers all the time and you've got deadline after deadline, you kind of have to, you know, it's like you're worrying all the time. You're going, oh shit, I have to get this done for this date, and then it has to be right, and then on to the next sort of job, you know. And then it's printed so many thousands of times, so you're like, oh god, if this is crap, then there's going to be like 10,000, you know, of these crap images around. And the worst thing is then people are going to get me to sign it, you know. Will you sign my comic? And I'm like, in my head, I'm going, oh my god, look at that piece of shit, you know. It's
I've been
terrible.
at many of artist tables where they're like, I hate that piece. I'm like, you drew it.
Yeah, I know.
I hate that
but
piece.
you know, what can you do? You know, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's like, you know, because of the deadlines, things have to go out. You know, that was the thing I did for the Avengers game. So we go up there again a wee bit.
Oh.
No. We see go up, no, up further. There you go. That one. Yeah. That was, they actually commissioned me to do like this for a poster. It was a limited print. So that was for the Avengers game. It's either out now or just out or whatever. But yeah, I was asked to do the UK or whatever. So yeah.
Oh, for the game.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Like, I'm curious. Like, you probably can't talk about it. I don't know if you can or not, but like, is that something that Marvel strictly paid you for, or because it's a game? Was it the game people?
Oh, the game company. Yeah, the game company. Yeah.
So like,
some things are through Marvel, some things are through other companies, but licensed, you know, out from Marvel or whatever. And
when it's something like this, though, is it your typical prices that you've talked to me before about for originals? Like that you would sell this for, or is it less, or what?
It depends.
What's your most? Can you say what your most expensive piece was? Like the image that you sold?
Not
the
hard
price.
to say, but
how about this? What's the most expensive piece of art you've ever sold? Oh my god, dude, I love that cover.
Oh, that was a ratio one as well. I
Yeah,
can't remember what the ratio was for that, but
I believe I have it or had it.
I only got like 3 copies of that. But I think, yeah, it was maybe a 1 in 50 or something, because there was
Mhm.
people asking me about that one and they just couldn't, they couldn't find it anywhere, so
God, it's so good, dude.
it's a bit annoying sometimes, when you're doing like ratios, because there's not that many copies out there, so people don't really get it in their hands. And
Oh, that
there's some,
creates the market.
it does, but I kind of like people to have the stuff, I want people to have like a copy
Well,
of
they
it.
can get the print.
Yeah.
There's so many ways around it, but
Mm.
like we talk about this all the time on the channel about like how speculation and ratios, and even though it's frustrating, it
Yeah.
keeps the market going.
Yeah.
It keeps a little bit of a fire, that
It
the
does
market
indeed. It does
that
indeed.
needs.
I think it, printed comics, it had to go into the collector sort of thing, didn't it? It had to go that direction,
Well,
because
like
it's
I was
nice,
saying, I said
you
the
know.
other day, comics have been collectible since the 40s. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like cards, coins, art,
Mm.
books. There's
Yeah.
printings, which makes it valuable over time.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is one of those mediums where it's, has both art and writing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that sort of think that the comic sort of medium is like a throwaway kind of cheap,
I don't.
and yeah, it's totally true, because comic artists have to be able to draw everything, really. They have to draw,
Well,
and they
that's
have
what
to draw it fast.
okay, so there's a lot of different type of styles. Okay, you have
Mm.
like the Jim Lee, McFarlane era 90s.
Yeah.
You have the more realistic, which I would consider you,
Mm.
Perio,
Mhm.
in that area, where you guys could be doing like these. To me, they're masterpieces. Okay, but like just because of me, but you could be doing like if you were back when they were doing the Sistine Chapel or something like that, or like
Yeah.
back if you had that talent back then, you would be doing that stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you would be one of the best. Like that's how I look at it. Like that's how I judge. There's different styles for everybody, but that's how I judge the way I look at personally my art.
Yeah.
I think of masters
Yeah.
in regard to that type of stuff, like Italy, Vatican City, whatever. The
Yeah.
portraits that look so realistic that you feel something from. You see the sweat, you see
Yeah.
the glisten in the eye. People that can create that life to a
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah.
And then you have the comic book stuff, like just regular pencils, just little sequences.
Yeah.
But when you're looking at this, there's no comparison. Like, I look at art that way. People have different tastes, but
but that's the thing, isn't it? It's like, I kind of like look at line art, and I kind of like it. I think it's hard. Well, I think it's harder in a way than painting, because the line art, you're not hiding. You can hide a lot with paint.
but you can erase line art.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't. I mean, you can paint when you're painting something. You can paint over it and paint over it and paint. Like fix things and recorrect things. So you can do that with a pencil. But what I sort of think is, people that are doing line art, they're trying to get like in the smallest number of lines to actually get that form together. And whenever they're using thick and thin lines to kind of show form, and to kind of vary in those lines to kind of add interest, that's a high skill. It's really, really high level stuff.
Oh no, I get like for instance, I don't know if I'm sure
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I'm not a line artist. I'm not very good at all that sort of stuff. It's like I do the odd thing, line art stuff, but I mean, I wouldn't say my painting's definitely you know, like my skill in comparison to the line art. I'm just awful, Well,
I always thought that
not
painting was
awful,
more
but,
difficult, but I'm not an artist, so I don't know.
See, paint can cover an awful lot. Paint can cover. If you drew that, it could look very boring. It can look very boring because the pose isn't anything dramatic. It's not. There's no action going on. There's no. It can look very stiff. It can look, uninteresting. But if you paint it, you can cover a lot of stuff up. You can also cover a lot of bad anatomy with paint. With the lighting, you can create some interesting lighting, and it can cover bad anatomy. So it's the same with everything, really. I mean, you can, line art, you could redraw it over and over again, or you could trace something or whatever, or stuff. I mean, it's. And you can also say in like some of the old masters and stuff used like the camera obscura and stuff like that. There's all levels of everything. And some stuff that people have seen in the past and thought, what a fantastic artist, and they do an awful lot of that type of thing. Where they use the camera obscura. So,
like for one of my favorite like you're talking about is Will Spertaccio.
Yeah.
Like
Lovely.
he's one of the guys from the 90s too, but his style was more realistic. But I mean, I know there's some like marker in here. But like I love getting originals, and some of his line work's really good. I love when you can see the line, the pencil.
Yeah. Going through
in there. But
I like that as well because it shows the process.
Yes, I love seeing that. Yeah.
And the other thing that I think's interesting or nice about it as well is this, right? See, whenever you looked at like Rembrandt, whenever you see some of his stuff, all the edges fade out, the blur away, and the blur gives this effect of movement. So when things are so sharp that it doesn't look like it's moving, it looks very static. And whenever you do that with a pencil, if you have a lot of scribbly lines in it, it has the effect of, giving that piece of artwork the look of movement. So sometimes people want to go and make it look like old school kind of comic art. Yeah, that's really good, isn't it? It's really good.
Like you can see all the line work and
yeah.
And then he puts a little more, he makes the shadow with the darker. But that's like there's different forms, but
see, if that was super smooth, it would lose a lot.
It would lose that. I get that.
You need a little bit. Texture can be lots of lines. You need texture on things to keep your eye moving around an image. And whenever somebody does something where it's super smooth, you can lose an awful lot that way. You can lose people's attention. So I like that. I like when things are all a bit sort of messy. That was another sketch there. The Frankenstein in the middle there. There's like a wee video. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, I you don't lose anything here with that. I think there's plenty of detail in that.
Yeah,
I just think it's amazing because paint gives you the ability to almost make it dimensional. Look, I mean, it looks like somebody's sitting there in a mask.
Yeah.
And I guess that's my taste. I mean, I love all art. Okay, like
yeah.
I have a Monty Moore piece right here.
Like
he did for the Hardly Thin. I bought the original from him, but like,
oh yeah, very good. His stuff's lovely. Yeah,
it's simple, but I mean, it's not simple, not for me. But I can't draw at all. But like I have all different types of tastes. But I think my main thing is like a fine art type of painting, type of like you and Perio and stuff like that. It's just I can't. I guess I've been lucky enough to go around the world in my youth and been to Europe, and I mean, I know you're over there and all that, but to see all the fine art and the Louvre, all that shit, I mean, it really made a difference. It changed my life, honestly, like mentally.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went and I was like 25 years old, and I didn't grow up till I was in my 30s. I still haven't grown up.
There, fine.
But, yeah,
You're still waiting.
The curse. Yeah. What am I waiting for? I think it keeps us young, though. But
yeah, that's true.
But once I went to Europe, my viewpoint on the whole world changed. I mean, everything changed. Yeah. It's a whole nother world there, man. It's just it's a more mature, advanced. I hate to say it against America, but it's a more mature, advanced society. Like,
okay,
at least how I look at it. I mean, there's a lot of assholes over there too, but I mean, geez.
I think everywhere has everywhere's got their own problems. You know, I think
that the appreciation on the there's what Europe has that America doesn't have is the history. We have a very small history compared to when you go see something from 2,000 years ago, or I mean, the closest you're going to get to that out here is probably South America or like, the pyramids in Mexico, but out there, you got the Colosseum and you got all these ancient ruins and how that you guys kept it for so long and how it's respected. And it's just so weird. It's so different, but seeing the art is what really made something for me different.
Yeah. In Ireland, there's an awful lot of history. There's like not too far away from where I live, there's like an ancient ring fort thing. It's like called the Giant's Ring, and it's something like 4,000 years old. And there's all this stuff.
Is it like they say it for giants fought or something?
No, it is quite big. How would you say? I don't know.
Do you think I could look it up? The Giant Ring?
Yeah, Giant's Ring. Yeah, Giant's Ring. And there's a thing in the center called a dolmen, which is like standing stones. They put big giant stones on top of each other. There you go. Yeah.
How far is that? Oh, this right here?
Yeah.
Is it just this, or that's what the whole
thing?
There's
a big ring around it. There's a big ring. Like you can see it in the background. It's kind of, the ring goes right around it.
Oh, the like leveled.
It goes right round, like completely, in a circle. Yeah. See.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That goes all the way around.
And
so in the middle is that stone thing.
Yeah, right in the center of it. And they used to have that as like, they would put their dead bodies and stuff on the top of it and stuff, or underneath.
And they would burn it?
I don't think they burnt them. No, I think they sort of, as far as I know, I think they left them out, and then the animals picked away at them and stuff, and then they kind of put the bones in a little place for them to think. But it's kind of interesting because when people started settling, what happened was, before that they were kind of nomadic, and they would wander around following herds of animals, and they would hunt by night. So they would kind of worship the moon, the cycle of the moon more, so they were hunting at night, therefore need to know when the moon's coming up next so that they can plan their hunting trip, sort of thing. So that was when they were nomadic. When they started to become settled, what happened was they started following the cycle of the sun, because then what we're doing was planting. So whenever they're planting, they need to know when the harvest and all the rest, so they put all their like ceremonies and things at certain time periods to kind of to tell them when this is the end of planting, this is when you do this is when you lift all the crops and stuff. And that's why when you see some of their, like these stones and things were put down when they were like settled, creating settlements. And when people had settlements, what happened was then people would develop individual skills, like, somebody was a built, or was a blacksmith and built furnaces and whatever, and another person would do this and another person that. And the community built up through all these people having individual skills. And that's when you get all these dolmen things popping up. It's like sort of the time of the Egyptians and stuff, the Egyptian pyramids and things, like 4,000 years or whatever.
So is it all like that there? Like just like pretty much a flat land grass?
No. No, there's mountains.
Is it very
lakes.
green, very lush? Most of it.
Yeah, yeah. It is, and there's a lot of it that's not. People are not living on it. It's kind of just fields, mountains, and stuff. There's an awful lot of it's really nice. It's a nice place. It's it has that kind of stigma about the troubles and things. But
Yeah.
it also has an awful lot of history. It has lovely mountains and forests, beaches and things, and it rains a lot of the time, but you get used to it. But it's good. It's a nice place. I've been like with comics. I've traveled all around the place. To Japan, everywhere. And
that's the coolest thing. I mean, you guys and your little your circuit. You travel constantly, and that has to be so great because it's pretty much. I mean, most Comic Cons pay for it, right? I mean, like they pay for your travel and your hotel most of the time.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, well, and a lot of occasions, they would. It's good because you see a lot of the place. You see a lot of Europe. A lot of America. I did a lot of UK conventions for a long time. When I was working for mostly for 2080 and IDW and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. You get it's educational. I used to pick conventions where they were based, on that, so that I could see the kind of city or whatever.
Yeah, the history. So you've seen a lot of art all over the world, and
yeah.
I
love history. Love it.
Oh, absolutely. God, I do too.
Yeah. Like, see, when I'm working, I have documentaries and lectures and things playing while I'm working away, and listening to audiobooks and things, and it's sort of I love all educational stuff. It's kind of the thing about it is, like, I'm dyslexic, so it's for a long time like school just didn't really suit me at all. But now that I can actually get everything on audiobook, it's kind of it makes a massive difference. I want to learn as much as I can about everything, really. So but history is definitely one of those things. Like,
it's the most interesting.
It is.
It's just really interesting. I love history too, but I really like alien stuff, like just the universe and the possibilities, and I love science too. That type of science, like astronomy and
yeah.
Because astronomy stuff as well. It affects our history so much. I mean, so much based on the stars, which is so weird. But so this is interesting. Someone said they'd like to see you do a cover for Something Is Killing the Children. That would be interesting.
That was what?
Someone was saying it'd be interesting to see you do a cover for Something Is Killing the Children.
Oh, right. Is that a comic?
No. Yeah. It's a popular comic. It's a popular comic right now. Okay. But it's an indie.
Okay.
It's Tinian, I think. And then they've just been having a lot of 1 in 25 variants that have been really hot.
Okay. What's it about?
It's something's killing the children. A monster, a girl. It's
it literally the name of the comic actually describes what it's about. Then.
Yeah. I've only read a couple issues, so I mean, I remember the introduction of her, and then I move on. I get my number ones and number twos, and once it starts playing into as much as I, as an information channel, will tell them, look, this is going to be hot because of this, based off cover and ratio. Doesn't always mean I'm reading it. I'm just doing the best spec that I know how according to the game.
So you didn't like The Walking Dead then?
No, I love The Walking Dead.
Did you collect it all? But I mean, as in
I collected the keys. I never read. I collected the keys of it. I started too late on Walking Dead.
Yeah.
You miss out on one, and it's all downhill. So then I would get like first appearances here and there, and try to have like a graded Michonne, and I just kind of collect the characters that I like.
Yeah.
But
the thing I am and have been, like a big zombie fan, like always loved all the zombie films like Dawn of the Dead and stuff. And I had all the original Dawn of the Dead on VHS and like numerous copies of it, all the different cuts of it and things. And
we watch it during my auctions sometimes because it's, I try to play movies during my auctions. But they're the ones that you can watch for free. There's no copyright or whatever on it.
Oh, can you watch that?
It's the black and white, right?
Oh no, that's Night of the Dead.
Yeah, we watched that.
Right.
Dawn of the Dead is which one with
Supermarket,
the mall?
Yep.
Supermarket mall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one's good too.
Yeah. Oh, I love that film. It's just there's something that like sucks you into it. It's like a whole, and that's the thing. Like I loved like the series The Walking Dead, but then it started going blah, 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 blah. And I thought I would never like get exhausted with like zombie stuff, but it just kind of.
Well, unfortunately, I get it, and there's a big cult following of horror zombie, and I love it too. But stuff like that just never ends, which is fine. But what I've noticed in the industry is the next independent book is another zombie book, and then there's another zombie book, and then there's another zombie book. It's either zombies or witches with 666, or like witchcraft, those type of books, or the other types that we won't get into, but the stuff that they're trying to push us into.
Okay.
And then there's your classics like Marvel, Batman, and whatever, but.
See, horror, it's very horror. I think, I always loved the really old horror stuff. Like, have you ever seen like the Woman in Black? Like, there's a BBC film you can watch called The Woman in Black, and it's like I think it's from the 80s, and really creepy film. And there's also The Signal Man, I think it's called. And that's a BBC film, and if you watch that,
play those,
you probably can actually,
But they're like for like free, like on to show everyone live.
I think they're on YouTube, as far as I know. The Signal Man, if you watch that, it is one creepy film. It's old school,
Those are the
horror.
best. Yeah.
It's old school horror, it's old school like ghosts, that type of thing.
Ooh.
So you need to watch that film. It's good. It's not that long. It's maybe
Patrick Swayze, you mean, and Demi Moore? Do you remember that? Did you see that movie in the theater?
Oh God, I think probably did. Yeah.
Did you see the original Batman in the theater?
I don't know. Maybe I did.
I saw
what? I still have. Yeah, I still have. Do you know all the wee trading cards?
Yeah,
I've got all those, and I still have like even the packaging that they came in.
I have like one little box of them.
Yep.
Like I have. This is even cooler. This is from. I was showing people this. This is from like the '60s.
Oh, brilliant!
Like, it was a set. I can't remember what it was called.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
MPPI or National something, but it had like different cards. But I got the Joker.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that is good, isn't it?
I love it.
I love all Joker stuff. I think it's just what a character. And that film, what was that like? That was just fun.
Joker, the movie. Oh man, I thought he killed it. I thought he had. I loved it because it was so dark. And if they could do that with all their movies, I say this all the time.
God,
if they could just go dark, they would kill Marvel. Like there's an audience there. This world's totally different now.
I watched that three times. Three times in the cinema.
We got to see it early because my friends are movie critics, so I went early.
Yeah.
And I was having, I don't know, I was so excited that day that I got like a little anxiety waiting for the movie in there. So then it comes on, right? And it's the first time no one's seen it. I'm seeing it way early. Yeah. And it is so dark. And I mean, I felt the movie more than I should because I had some anxiety too attached to it.
Yeah.
And it was like when I got out there, I'm like, oh my God, dude, that's a masterpiece.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's just, but other people don't see it that way. That's fine. But
but there was only a couple of films that have ever made me feel that from that film. I mean, like, holy shit, that is just so well done. It's
the whole idea too.
You're not idolizing the individual. You're not. It's not. He's completely insane. But
you feel for him.
But you feel, yes. But that's the good thing about it. It's high. Instead of things being so black and white, where this person is a bad person, this is a good person. People are shades of gray. There are bad parts, there are good parts, and some people are 80% bad parts, and other people are 10%, bad parts, and it's kind of that's what it is. If you can make, somebody can empathize with a character who is going around shooting and killing people, and in reality, on paper, if you look at that person, he is a person you just would not want to have anything to do with, but you have sympathy for him.
Well, there was it was also a statement film. It was also a statement film too, VA and healthcare, and there's a lot of different statements in there, but I don't think that was the goal. But I just it was so good, man, and I think
it was so intelligent. It was intelligent. I think as a film, it was intelligent. It kind of had depth to it,
and the place where he took his body for that role. I mean, God, he was like he needed food. Like, the guy starved himself for it.
Yeah.
There was something else I was going to say, but I can't remember. It kind of flipped my.
What about the Batman? What about the new Batman thing?
Okay, so let me ask you this. There's a lot of questions. I'll just ask you this one. Is right. What are you collecting? Do you collect?
See, these days I don't really collect anything except for my own stuff, because I try and collect one or two of everything that I've done. But years ago, what I used to collect was Dead World. The zombie comic Dead World. I had absolutely everything that they did on Dead World. And there was a UK comic called Scream. It was like a horror comic. And there was a lot of people who worked for 2000 AD that worked for Scream before that and stuff, and Jura. And some of the stories were creepy as hell. You should see or try and get yourself a couple of copies of the old Scream comic, the UK one. That was fantastic. And it was mostly anything zombie stuff. It was like I just had everything, and all the stuff that George Romero did. He did remember Toe Tag and stuff. And
his guy, we were getting off the freeway the other day, right? I was merging over, right, to get over.
Yeah.
I was merging, and this guy came in the right lane, and he's like got right next to me, and he wouldn't let. I would slow down, and he wouldn't let me merge, right. And so finally, we got to the very end on the freeway where I had to completely stop.
Yeah.
He stopped too, but I stopped before him, and I got behind him, and then he took off, but his license plate said Toe Tagger. I'm like, oh, gee, this guy's trying to kill us. He was crazy, dude.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you. Comic book stores, is there any local near you, or is it?
Oh yeah.
So when you go to a comic book store, here's my main question about that. When you go to a comic store in Europe, or where you're at, and you look at back issues, like back issue bronze and stuff like that, are the majority of them pence variants? Do you know what I mean by that? Where it says like 9p, 10p, 12p instead of 30, 40?
No, I don't think so. No, they're American. Yeah, I think as far as I know, yeah.
That's interesting.
I think they are. See, you had all the Marvel UK stuff, in the 80s and stuff.
But that was
that was different.
There. It wasn't printed there. It was printed here.
Yeah.
Shipped there. That's why I was wondering, because I know it was 70s too. It would be interesting. I would love to like go to a shop in Europe and like just see all these Pence variants.
You
just buy them all.
You know what you could do? Get in contact with. I have a good friend, Aaron. You call him, and he is one of the owners of Comic Book Guys in Belfast. They're on Facebook as well. If you contact them, they have everything, absolutely everything. You know, and if they don't have it, they can get you.
Is that like your local shop?
Yeah. I do a lot of signing stuff for them and everything, and they, like most people in the UK, a lot of the time they would buy from them. You know, even in England and stuff, they would be ordering a lot of my comics. You know, so that they're not ordering from America because the postage is so expensive. So, you know, they would be like the base, the hub for UK stuff of mine. Yeah.
Thunder God wants to know if he could buy covers directly from you.
What do you mean, as in comics or the actual cover?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Do you mean Thunder God? Do you mean the actual covers? Yeah. Or
if it's comics and you want signed stuff, if you're in America, Comics Elite has a lot of my stuff signed. You know, if you're in the UK, Comic Book Guys, you know, they have a lot of my stuff signed as well. So I don't really sell individual comic stuff. You know, I get comps, and then I would give away, you know, some for free sometimes on those stupid competitions and things on Facebook or whatever.
Yeah, I keep trying to win. I can't win, man. How many donuts can you eat? That was one.
That's right. Yeah, one of my competitions was how many oranges have I got of my jumper, and I had a photograph of me like this here, and you had to guess how many oranges I had on my jumper.
In your outfit or something? What's a jumper?
Yeah, jumper. This jacket thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I had a photograph of me with oranges in like this, and I had to guess how many oranges were in there. And everybody keeps saying to me, you know, bring back the orange competition. Yeah.
How many oranges were in there? 23?
Five. Yeah, there were big oranges.
Yeah, there were big oranges over there.
Yeah. And like, I have all these really good competitions, you know.
Oh, so he's saying comics.
Oh, comics, yeah. If you contact Comics Elite, they have a lot of signed, or my stuff signed. And if you're in the UK,
zombies and all that, you should be able to get all that from Comics Elite. At least it might not be on their site, but we can ask tomorrow. We're going live with Sean. We can ask him tomorrow live if he's got any more of those Marvel Zombies or whatever. But they're all over the place, man. I mean, they really are. I mean, they're online. I'm sure you can get them for $15 or whatever they're going for right now. But yeah, you might want to check their site, and of course, you can use my code over there. I know I have a lot of ties with Comics Elite, and that's what makes this channel even that better, much better. But you know, the people talking in these damn things. Oh, dude, he's pushing Comics Elite. Well, dude, they have sick ass shit. You know, what do you want me to do? Say, you know,
well, they do a lot of variants.
Oh yeah,
some of them are really good, like, you know. But you know, I don't know. People, the thing about it is, people only buy, you know, what they want to buy. You know, so you know, if people don't like it,
people that buy. You do have people that buy, you know, just flip, and they don't even care.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But I still think that somewhere deep down, it's also they won't buy it if they don't really like it.
Yeah. Well, like, of course, you have to kind of think, you know, this is, or you have to have some sort of interest, I suppose, don't you? You know. Yeah. I don't know. Right, I'm gonna have to go because I'm.
All right. Well, you've been
do some more of my painting and stuff, you know, that I can't show you.
Oh yeah. God damn it. Well, that was fun that you came and joined us. I really appreciate it, man. You're always welcome. Oh, here we go.
should have flew away. Should have flew off.
You can do it. Grab one of those balloons on your wall.
Hold on. I'll float off, and this can be my exit. Okay.
All right. All right, Ryan's going, guys. All right, well, Ryan, again, I really appreciate it, man. You're off the screen now, so I took you out. But thanks so much, Ryan. I appreciate it. And you guys, I'm going to go. It's been an exhausting time today. I appreciate you guys hanging out, those who did. Hopefully, I know I didn't get to many questions, but we're having such a good conversation. Sometimes it's good to just let it go. So we will see you later, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. And that was great to have Ryan stop in. And that's it. That's it for today's Comic Haul and special guest, Ryan Brown. All right. Peace out, guys.